Hello friends, in the last lecture we have seen the DNA replication process. Today's our topic is the transcription, that is formation of mRNA on the DNA. So DNA replication is the autocatalysis process and transcription and translation, these are heterocatalytic action. Heterocatalytic process. ठीक है. Heterocatalytic process means the formation of mRNA from DNA and from mRNA to protein. ठीक है. That is heterocatalytic means DNA forms the different particles. ठीक है, different molecule, that is mRNA. But autocatalysis means DNA itself forms its own copy, that is why replication. So this process, that is formation of mRNA on DNA, is called as transcription, and the formation of protein from mRNA is called as translation. So these are the two topics, that is transcription and translation. So protein synthesis involves the two steps, transcription and translation. So first step is the transcription, okay, which is the part of heterocatalytic process. Transcription means simply the formation of mRNA from DNA is called as transcription. So first topic is the transcription. So for transcription we require a DNA, that is double stranded DNA. Okay. So dsDNA. DS means double stranded DNA. Now consider DNA, double stranded DNA. This is 3', so it will become 5', and here is a 3', so complementary strand will be 5', and here is a 3'. So which is a double stranded DNA. Now consider a base sequence. Okay. Suppose here is A, T, then C, then G, C, T, A, T. Okay. So on this complementary strand will be, okay, complementary base pair A will be T. For T here will be A. For C, G. Here C, here G, here A, here T. Okay. So it will be the complementary sequence on the 3' to 5' strand. Okay. You know that in double stranded DNA there is always a complementary base pair. So this is the double stranded DNA. Now suppose this is the coding strand. Suppose this is the coding strand, and the code is always present for protein synthesis in the form of triplet codon. So ATC is a one triplet, GCT is a another triplet. So this one is code for specific amino acid. This is one code for the amino acid. Okay, triplet codon. Now, so this strand is called as coding strand. Okay, because which has a code for that particular amino acids. If now we want to copy that information or codes for the mRNA synthesis, okay, and so if we form a mRNA on this coding strand, the sequence will become like this. Okay. So during the formation of mRNA there will be a complementary base pair. So for A here will be not T, because mRNA or RNA does not have T. In RNA thymine is replaced by the uracil. So here will be U, then here A, here G. For G it will be C, for C it will be G, then for T A, and again A for U, that is uracil. Means in RNA thymine is replaced by the uracil. So that is why I am writing U instead of the T. So now this is the suppose mRNA, okay, is formed on the coding strand. This is the coding strand, okay, because which codes that for particular amino acid. That is why we call it as a coding strand. But look at the mRNA. The codes on the mRNA, that is the UAG and CGA. These two ट्रिपलेट कोड्स, ठीक है। नाउ कंपेयर द mRNA and coding strand sequences on the mRNA, or sorry, on the DNA strand, that is coding strand. The sequence is ATC in one triplet codon, and here is a UAG, so not is the same, ठीक है ना। The coding information is ATC, but the transcript mRNA have UAG, so this is a different information. So that's why this is not a correct method. This is not correct method. So we cannot transcript the mRNA on the coding strand. We have to code, or we have to transcript the mRNA on the opposite strand which is present opposite to the coding strand, and that strand is called as template strand. Template strand. So now look here, suppose this is the double stranded DNA, ठीक है, same DNA, and this is the coding strand which codes A, T, C, G, C, T and A, ठीक है, 5 dash 3 dash ATC and C, sorry, GCT amino acid coding for amino acid. This is the our coding strand, ठीक है, and this is 3 dash 5 dash. The sequence will become T, then A, G, C, G, A and T, ठीक है. Now we called this strand as a template strand. Now suppose if mRNA is formed on the template strand, what will be the sequence on the mRNA? Look at the mRNA, okay. So here is a T, so it will become A it will become U, for G it will become C, same here, for C it will become G, for G it will become C, for A it will become U, no thymine, okay, and for T it will become A, okay. And now this is the mRNA. Now check the sequence or code. Suppose this is the one code and this is the another code, okay. Now the code for amino acid is ATC. Now look here, the code is same, ATC. Now there is a question, that is here is the U and here is a T, but in RNA always there is a uracil instead of T, so it takes as a T, so that is why EAUC. here is a ATC, correct आहे, A ला A, C ला C आहे आणि थायमिनला युरॅसिल असायला पाहिजे तर युरॅसिल आहे, समजलं. then next sequence is GCT, so here is a GCU, so means correct for GCT. so same information, now the same information is copied, ठीक है, in the second case. so this is the correct method, this is the correct method of transcription. so the mRNA always formed on the template strand, it does not form on the coding strand, okay. The reason behind it is this, because if the mRNA is found on the coding strand, the information or the transcript mRNA does not have the right information, okay, does not have the right codes. so that is why it is always coded on the or formed on the template strand. So now what is template strand? The strand of the DNA on which the mRNA is synthesized. So that is called as the template strand. Okay. Next topic is the enzymes. Now which enzymes are required for the transcription process? Okay. As we see in the DNA replication there is a requirement of enzyme. Same in the transcription there is also requirement of enzymes. So for the formation of mRNA, main enzyme required is the RNA polymerase. For synthesis of RNA is called as RNA polymerase. Now there is a difference in between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic organisms. In prokaryotes there is only one type of enzyme. Okay, there is only one type of enzyme. That enzyme is RNA polymerase. Okay, I am writing short form, that is poly means polymerase. RNA polymerase only one type, and this one type single enzyme synthesize the three types of RNA, that is mRNA, then tRNA and rRNA. So all three types of RNA, that is mRNA, tRNA and rRNA, are synthesized by a single enzyme RNA polymerase in the prokaryotes. But in the eukaryotes, there are three types of enzymes, okay, for three different RNAs. So these three enzymes are RNA polymerase 1, then second one is RNA polymerase second, and last one is RNA polymerase 3. Okay. Now this RNA polymerase 1 codes for rRNA, then RNA polymerase second code for mRNA, okay, and RNA polymerase 3 codes for tRNA. Okay. So these are the three types of RNA polymerase in the eukaryote cells which synthesize the three different RNAs, but in prokaryote there is only one type of RNA enzyme, that is RNA polymerase 1, which is synthesize all the three types of RNA. Now this RNA polymerase enzyme actually have the 5 subunits which is called as core portion, So RNA polymerase, okay, have the core portion, okay, that core portion consists 2 alpha subunit, then 1 beta dash subunit, okay, 1 beta subunit and 1 omega subunit. This is the omega subunit. Okay. So there are total 5 subunits of RNA polymerase, and these 5 subunits are always present in the RNA polymerase. That is why these are called as core part of the RNA polymerase. So core part of RNA polymerase is 2 alpha subunit, 1 beta dash subunit, 1 beta subunit and 1 omega subunit. Now this is called as a core enzyme. Now the function of these subunits are different. The 2 alpha subunits binds to the initiation protein. Okay, this okay, I am writing the functions here. The first one's function, that is for alpha subunit 1, second, third and fourth. The first is means for 2 alpha subunit, it binds to initiation protein, okay, which is required for initiation of mRNA formation. Then second means 1, that is beta dash subunit binds to DNA strand, okay, that is template strand. Third one is beta, okay, which binds to nucleotides, okay, and omega also binds to the nucleotides. So these are the main core enzyme part, that is 2 alpha beta subunit, 1 beta dash subunit, 1 beta subunit and 1 omega unit. The functions are different like this. Now temporary, these are the permanent, these are the core enzyme part, okay, these are the core enzyme, okay. So these are always present, but there is another 2 subunit, these are temporary subunit, okay, which are present only during the synthesis of RNA, okay, which are present only during the synthesis of mRNA. These are, first one is sigma, okay, sigma subunit. The function of the sigma subunit is initiation of mRNA synthesis. Initiation of mRNA synthesis. Okay, initiation of mRNA synthesis. And second factor is the rho factor. Okay, second one is the rho factor, which is responsible for elongation and termination of chain. Okay, means mRNA chain, termination of chain of mRNA. So two temporary factor, that is sigma and rho. Sigma, the function of sigma factor is initiation of mRNA synthesis, and rho factor, the function is elongation and termination of the process, that is termination of chain of the mRNA. So these are the basic requirement for the synthesis of mRNA. Now actual transcription process. So now we are going to study the actual transcription process, and for that transcription process we require the transcription unit. So now we will see the transcription unit, means which synthesize the mRNA. That unit is called as transcription unit. Okay, चला. So transcription unit this is 3 dash 5 dash. Okay, 3 dash 5 dash, this is 5 dash 3 dash complementary strand, so it will run in this direction, and it will be 5 dash to 3 dash. So these both are anti-parallel strand. Okay, 5 dash to 3 dash in this direction means right to left and left to right, because the pairing is always complementary into the DNA. Okay, now another one important thing about the RNA polymerase. RNA polymerase always synthesize RNA in the direction of 5 dash to 3 dash direction, only in 5 dash to 3 dash direction, only in 5 dash to 3 dash direction. Okay, so if here is a 3 dash, okay, so RNA will, sorry, not RNA, RNA polymerase will start the synthesis of mRNA in the direction, that is 5 dash. Okay, in the 5 dash to 3 dash direction. Okay, in the 5 dash to 3 dash direction. So obviously this will become the coding strand. Okay, and this will become the template strand, and synthesis of mRNA always on the template strand. Okay, that I have explained. So now look carefully, observe carefully on the these coding strand and template strand, there is a one unit. That unit is called as promoter. There is a promoter on the coding strand. So this is the promoter, okay, which is required for the sequence synthesis of mRNA for the initiation. And this promoter is nothing but the sequence of nucleotide. Okay, now this is actually a gene, that is promoter gene. We call it as a promoter gene, and there is a sequence of nucleotide. So sequence of nucleotide is mostly TA. That is why this is called as Tata box. This is called as Tata box due to presence of TA sequence. Okay, that is Tata. Now this promoter is present on the 5' end of coding strand and 3' end of template strand. Okay, 3' end of template strand means the promoter is present on the 5' end of the coding strand and 3' end of the template strand. Now next another one sequence of nucleotide is present, that is on the end, opposite end, that is the terminator, which is called as terminator. So this is the terminator, okay, which terminates the synthesis of mRNA, okay, termination process. Now this terminator is present on the 3' end of coding strand and 5' end of template strand. ठीक है, सो एक्झॅक्टली अपोजिट आहे प्रमोटर अँड टर्मिनेटरची पोझिशन. ठीक आहे, चला. Now you know that the RNA polymerase synthesis RNA only in the 5' to 3' direction. So from here it will form the synthesis. So for that purpose the RNA polymerase is required. Now what happen? The RNA polymerase comes here and bind at the promoter site. So this is the RNA polymerase. This one is the RNA polymerase. RNA poly. I am writing a short form. Poly means RNA polymerase. So RNA polymerase comes and binds to the promoter site of the template strand. And now another temporary factor will attach to these RNA polymerase. ठीक है, that is the sigma factor. That is the sigma factor. This is the sigma factor. We have seen the sigma factor is the temporary factor which is required for initiation of mRNA synthesis. So as the RNA polymerase start to move towards the 5' end, the sigma factor falls off from this RNA polymerase, because the function of sigma factor is only the initiation of the mRNA synthesis. So now what will happen? The RNA polymerase start to move towards the 5' end. Okay? So during this movement it will synthesize or add the nucleotides of RNA. So these are the nucleotides of RNA. Okay? So now the RNA polymerase, suppose this is now the RNA polymerase is here. So now another one factor gets attached to this RNA polymerase, that is the rho factor. Okay, we have seen the temporary factor, that is sigma and rho factor. The function of rho factor is the elongation and termination of the chain. So now the function of sigma is over here because it starts or initiates the process, but for the elongation of mRNA we require the rho factor, and that is why after the detachment or after the fall of sigma factor, rho factor will attach to the RNA polymerase and start to elongate the mRNA. And also this same factor, rho factor, responsible for the termination of the process, that is termination of the chain. So finally what will happen? This RNA polymerase will reach at the end, at the terminator, and where this process gets terminated, and again this rho factor will get separated. So rho factor again here falls off because the function is over of the rho factor. It terminates the process, okay, terminates the chain of mRNA. Now next is the steps. So this is the overall process. This is the transcription unit of the mRNA synthesis. Now here the strand, you know that the RNA polymerase always synthesis in the 5' to 3' direction. So template strand always in the direction of 3' to 5'. Okay, that is template strand. always in the 5' to 3' because the RNA polymerase always synthesis in the 5' to 3' direction, and there should be a complementary synthesis. That is why the template strand is always in the 3' to 5' direction and coding strand will be in the 5' to 3' direction. Okay, so this is the another important information that you have to remember. And now last one is the steps. Okay, we will see the steps. So there are total 3 steps in the mRNA synthesis, that is transcription process. So this is the transcription process. Okay, so first step of transcription is the recognition and initiation of RNA synthesis. This is the first step. This first step is coordinated by the RNA polymerase and the sigma unit. Okay, sigma subunit of RNA polymerase. Okay, so the recognition of the promoter site is done by the RNA polymerase and sigma subunit, and initiation of RNA is done by the sigma subunit. Then second step is the elongation. Okay, elongation of the mRNA. So same is RNA polymerase. Enzyme involved is RNA polymerase and Rho factor. And third step, last step, is the termination step, and that termination step is done by the enzyme Rho factor, because we have seen the functions of these factors. The function of Rho factor is only to terminate the process, to terminate the transcription. Okay, so in this way these mRNA will be synthesized. So this is the mRNA. Okay, formation of mRNA. So that process is called as transcription, and transcription is a part of heterocatalytic activity of the DNA. Okay, autocatalytic activity means the formation of DNA from the DNA, that is called as DNA replication, and in heterocatalysis there is a formation of different molecule than the DNA, that is mRNA. So transcription simply means, the simple definition of transcription is the formation of mRNA on DNA is called as transcription, and there are certain enzymes which are involved in this process that you have to remember, and transcription unit you have to remember. This diagram is very important for understanding of the transcription. Okay, so this is the transcription.